Hello Internet, welcome back to our ToME series. We are Trilman the Dwarf Berserker, and I'm super excited to be back playing ToME again. Let me adjust my microphone. Super excited to be back. I have not actually recorded ToME in about 2 weeks. Unfortunately ran into a lot of recording problems. Let's see if we can remember. What have we done so far in this game? We started our Dwarf Berserker. We died twice, I think. I remember dying at least twice. We met a guy who licks thrones. That was pretty weird. Then we... Jeez, I think I sang a song and it was god-awful, and I'm so sorry that that happened and that I didn't edit it out. And then I think we killed a minotaur, and now we're in a forest where trees are being jerks. And if I remember right, we unlocked a summoner class, which is great because I really enjoy summoning characters in games like this. I prefer necromancers, but I'll take a summoner if need be. Classic RPG game called The Summoner was a lot of fun when I was a kid, and so we're going to just continue exploring. Unfortunately, I know in the original episodes I had said that I wanted this to be a 7-day-a-week series. Man, we leveled up straight away. I really don't feel like looking at a level up screen right now, so we'll probably just pick something, because I'm realizing basically in every single episode I've been spending a lot of time in this menu. And I feel like that's something people don't necessarily want to see, because waxing philosophic over skills and your build and that kind of stuff is fun in a lot of games, but that's never really been something that appeals too much to me. So I think we will just dump our points into strength and dexterity. Do we want to... I think we want to continue leveling Berserker Rage, because honestly, since we've put points into it, and we're using it every time that we're in combat, we should really try to expand this as much as possible. It looks like it increases our accuracy, physical power, stun resistance, and pinning resistance, but it does not change the amount of hit points that we take. So basically, it's benefits on top of what we already have without actually costing us any more health or anything like that. So I think that we'll take the point in Berserk Rage, and then these, I'm starting to really struggle with what I should be putting points into. Daunting Presence. You take more than 5% of your maximum life in a single hit. All enemies in a radius 1 will be intimidated. I don't know if I care about that. 5% is a pretty low threshold. We do get hit for more than that on a regular basis, I think. All enemies within only 1 radius, though, so the reduction to mind power and spell power seems pretty negligible, because most things that are within melee range that are dealing tons of damage to us are going to be melee enemies. I think I'd rather just put the point... I would like to put it in accuracy, but I can't. Why don't we just put the point in increasing our weapon mastery, because this gives us flat damage boost. And we're going to put points into these as we level up, because this one where you don't spend money to get additional saves seems incredible. So I think we'll just dump it into our weapon talent for now. We've maxed that out, and we'll just call it a day. Yes. So I had said I wanted this to be a 7-day-a-week series. It didn't work out that way. Unfortunately, I've had many recording issues over the last couple of weeks, which I honestly thought I was going to not be able to put videos up at all. So the fact that took a lot of damage. Killed Hornet Swarm. Why am I taking damage? Was H the log? Warbear's poisoned. Killed the bear. What is hitting us for so much damage? White Worm uses multiplies recovering from the damage. Why are we down at 200 health? I don't see anything there that lists a huge loss of health. Hit Snow Giant. We're hitting for tons of damage. Rotting Disease from Snow Giant. Okay, so we're poisoned. That's our rage, our recovery. We'll just pop our heal. It's not a big deal. I just was confused and a little concerned. And we will just cleave into these fellas and deal with them. Interesting that the dire wolf is using throwing knives, but Sinowin, the dire wolf, as big as a horse, this wolf menaces you with its claws and fangs. Your name is Pink. I don't know what that means. You're rare, so presumably would drop a random artifact because it's a rare named We are dazed. Why don't we pop our healing, our recovery ability? Unfortunately, did not take away our confused state, but that's okay. We should be able to kill it. No problem. Did not drop throwing knives, which is interesting. We did get a leather cap, but I think we have a really nice helm. Why don't we look at this one? Accuracy, armor penetration, physical power, armor, con, lightning, max health. Seems really good, but we get strength and con from this. It has good armor as well, and it gives a flat 10% bonus to our physical damage and pretty excellent increases to our physical spell and mental save. I think we want to keep the helm that we have. We will wait and recover. We use auto move. Oh, lore. Oh, it's very long. I forgot how much I have to read in this game. Spellhunter's Guide Part 3, How to Kill a Magic User. I'm pretty sure a sword will do it. When a magic user is captured, they must be slain, and slain fast. Captivity is too great a risk. Preferably they should be killed in a way that utterly removes any means for the body to recover through arcane force. Remember that coming back from the dead is no alien feat to these abominations. What magic users are abominations? Interesting. I think is what that means. Beheading is simple and effective, especially in a hurry, but ideally their other limbs should be removed as well and sealed in separate metal cases wrapped in willow bark. That seems, I'm pretty sure that's the textbook definition of overkill. Devouring by animals is sometimes used, but is not advised, as it can, at the very least, cause severe diarrhea in the animals, and at the worst can leave you facing a pack of fire-breathing hellhounds corrupted by the mana wielder's aura. Freezing is ineffective, and no magic user can ever be frozen to death, in spite of what rumors you may have heard. Anyone you have heard of that was frozen to death was either not a mage or was pretending. Burning is popular among the less educated towns, but typically no witch or wizard of power would ever allow themselves to be caught, bound, and put on stake without finding means of escape. Simply putting together the necessary firewood takes too long, even if stocked in advance. Usually those executed in this manner are magic sympathizers rather than true magic users. While strictly speaking this does not carry the penalty of death, it does well to set an example for others and to warn arcane users to stay well away from the community. The best method, if time and situation allows, is to very slowly slice the caster to death. One should have them securely bound in a sealed room with willow bark or beechwood around their wrists and cranium. One should start by slowly slicing off the toes, fingers, and other extremities before slicing through all the limbs and finally the torso. Do not cut open the skull in case resident demons escape. The head should be put into a metal box and incinerated for 24 hours with the rest of the remains. Extremely sharp instruments are needed for the job, and do not be surprised if they need resharpening several times during the process, as it is a typical warlock's trick to harden their bones before the procedure as a final act of spite. Okay, a lot to unpack here. I don't know if this is a commonly held thing. They reference towns doing this, so presumably this is a widespread belief or fear or what have you of magic users in this world, which is interesting. Because I would argue that even though we're a melee class, some of our abilities are not, they're magic. Like the healing infusions and things are straight up magic. So do people hate us? And like the alchemist, how is alchemy not magic? And nobody was trying to murder the alchemist. Like, it's very interesting, but I don't really know how to feel about it. Why is this? What is this? Oh, here, a Mitch Swarm. A swarm of midges. They want blood. I mean, well, a grave. I guess we'll murder some midges. I don't really know what a midge is. Yeah, so 7 days a week, not going to happen for these videos. I am very sorry about that. I really wanted this. Oh, there goes my pupper. You want out? Go on, buddy. I really wanted this to be a 7-day-a-week series. Unfortunately, with my recording issues and things, it's not going to be that way. So, this is going to be, for the time being, a 4-episode-a-week series. They will be released on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Disturb the grave? No, why would I disturb? I can't hit no. I gotta click it. I mean, is there treasure in it? Is there a penalty for looting a grave? I don't want to loot a grave. There are more graves. No, just leave. I can't press N. No. Unfortunately, it is simply beyond my current abilities to put up 7 days a week. Man, you're hitting me hard, huh? Giant yellow ant is poisoned. Hits me for 6 damage. Hits me for 70 damage. Interesting. So it was just a melee attack that hit me for so much? And I only see 70. Why am I... It seems like I'm taking way more damage than is listed in the log. Maybe it's because we've been in combat for a while and our ability is draining our health. Like if we look, right? So we've encountered this ant. Previous to this, it doesn't really matter. We didn't take the damage until now. Or maybe we did. No, we didn't. We took about 40 damage. No, we took 20 damage. Then we took 60 damage from this ant because it's another named creature. Then we took, that was the shadow, and then we took another 42 damage, and then we've been taking another 70 or so. Okay, so we're going to pop our immediate heal because that's a free action. We're going to pop our defense spell, which is a free action, or rather our defense ability that we get because we're a dwarf. And then, we can pop regen if we need to. I think we want to move closer. It's trying to run from us. Interesting. And it's just dead. Okay. I keep thinking I need to approach this very tactically, and then it turns out that I never do. It's usually a quick kill. So here we got a Mind Star, which we're not interested in. Yeah, so it's going to be a 4-day-a-week series. I'll try to throw in a 5th or 6th video, if I have a particularly good week where I'm ahead of schedule with my recording and stuff like that. But for the time being, you should expect 4 episodes a week and no more. So we're in Rage. Why are we in Rage? Oh, there's a creature up here. Hello. Let's finish auto-exploring before we pick that up. Something interesting. I don't get the graves. I don't want to disturb the graves. Yes, I do. Let's disturb a grave just because we don't know what it does. Okay, it raises a zombie. You were not the first here. The corpse was turned into an undead. Activates hymn of... Yeah, that's fine. Just kill it. We are stunned. No, we're brain locked and confused. What is this heal again? It's been a while since I played. I'm sorry. It removes 1 random magical or physical effect. So it's going to guarantee to remove one of them because there's no physical effect to remove. So it will remove a mental effect. These are both mental. So pop that. Literally did not heal either. I'm a little confused by that. It says 1 random magical or physical effect. So maybe it can still roll physical and it just had nothing to remove, so it didn't remove anything. Don't really understand that. We should be able to kill this pretty easy if we can ignore our confusion. Actually, this thing seems pretty dangerous. Oh, it's a named... Okay. That's a little frightening. I was not really aware of that. Let's pop our heal. We will pop our defense ability again. Do we have any other free actions? None of our attack actions would be free. Otherwise, you would just spam them all the time. Maybe there are some, but not the ones we currently have. This cape is for teleporting close to enemies. What is this thing? That's our Rod of Recall. So let's use our Stunning Blow. Let's use... Does Cleave do more than 100% if we don't take a step? 98%. So we want to use Bump Attacks, not Cleave. And we'll just bump it to death. Nice and easy. And it didn't drop... Interesting, it didn't drop any... Even though it was a yellow named creature, which I think means it's a boss, did not actually drop anything exceptional. We'll take them because why not? And I guess we'll check the other graves as well, because why not? Another... Okay. A golem. Okay, it's a golem. It doesn't have a description for some reason. That seems to be like a pet for this character. So if we kill this character, will this die automatically? We're going to pop our defense. And we're going to use our cleave because we can hit both of them. That's a little spooky. We'll continue cleaving so we hit both of them. Oh, we're confused and it's messing with us. Let's try healing it. Did not work. Again, a little irritated at how unreliable that seems to be. Let's use Stunning Blow because it deals more weapon damage. See if we can thin the groups so that if we're getting hit, we're only taking hits from one enemy. And I think we want to disengage and let our healing recover. And if we're not in sight of it, our rage will turn off, which would allow us to regain more health, but obviously is not a concern anymore. And then we will wait. You can hit me from there. My mistake. I exploded. Hits me for 30 fire damage. Getting a little nervous about this. I mean, we're outpacing it with health, but every time we use an infusion, it increases the cooldown. That's the wrong button. Maybe it would be valuable to try to confuse it. And then we will pop our regen. I am clicking some things. I know some people hate that kind of stuff. They want you to do it yourself. I guess we can't remove the infusion. Yeah. So, bump attacks and our 2 ability, which is, what is this called again? I just said it. Stunning Blow. And we'll bump attack it to death. I mean, that was much scarier than the first encounter, but also not that scary. It went down pretty easy. Do we really want to continue opening these graves? They are giving us loot, but nothing spectacular. And they keep dropping these named creatures that actually seem like they're pretty dangerous to us. I suppose we're getting experience. We did get 6% experience for that last creature. Yes, let's disturb the grave. What are you? Valoon the Forest White. A ghostly apparition with a humanoid form. Turned into an undead. Yeah, I'm sensing a theme here. Did we miss it? No, we hit it. Just not as much damage as I would like. Let's confuse it. And just bump attack it until we recover our Stunning Blow. This one was a much more of a pushover. Big surprise, the melee characters are not nearly as dangerous to us as the caster types. Now there was another grave here. Okay. Go ahead and pop the grave. Another skeleton. A forest white, excuse me. So we will Stunning Blow. Oh, lightning damage, eh? Pop our Resilience of the Dwarves. We will use our Shout to try and confuse it. And it's giving us a lot of damage because it's a caster. We will bump attack, Stunning Blow, bump attack. And because you retreated, we'll cleave. And then we'll kill you. Okay. So I think that's all the graves. I'm not really going to go looking around. I thought if we opened all of them, it would maybe summon a special boss that we could fight. Does not look like that is the case, but you know, experience and a little bit of loot. Can't really complain. What? Oh, it's just a tree sprite. Yeah, not much else to report. You know, my recording issues are continuous and frustrating. They're beyond my control, unfortunately. I'm very poor. I can't afford to, you know, take care of the things I need to take care of. It's the same reason I don't currently stream. Should not have just walked down here. That was really dumb of me. We took a lot of damage. We took 81 total damage from that Mitch Swarm. Guessing it's a special named creature. Liabretta, the Mitch Swarm. It is... No, that's our health bar. I was going to say it is mostly dead, but it's not. Pop our protection abilities. We're not... Message from Dark God. Today we celebrate Hum something. Well, I just wanted to give another round of the fabled Lost Land of Poosh. Enjoy. No idea what that means. Dark God is the individual who makes this game. No idea what that means. We're not going to worry about that. What we're going to worry about is not dying to a swarm of midges, of all things. So we're going to... You know... is there a way to look... In Cataclysm, it's X. That is not the ability here. Let's... I think we're going to retreat up this way because we don't want to get hit by all three enemies at once. And because we have the charge, we can retreat quite a long ways. Off balance. Hits me for 10 damage is not really concerning. It is much faster than us, it looks like. It died immediately. Once again, expecting a very scary fight, and then it turns out to be nothing. This thing is hitting us. Let's kill that, and then we'll take a moment to regen. Grab our stuff here. Giant ice ant hits Trilman for 16 damage. I don't see an ice ant. Hostile spotted to the south, off screen. Okay. Yeah, you know, and it's really frustrating too, because I was really excited to play ToME. There are so many unlockables in this game, and that really interests me. I really like achievements. I like unlockable races and classes. Very excited to play ToME, you know, wanted to progress really quickly and unlock lots of stuff and try lots of things, and then it turns out my computer just will not cooperate with me, and I can't really have that opportunity. Journal entry, Old Forest. My inquiries have paid off. It took much searching and even more arm twisting and cajoling once I had found my man, but a local lumberjack who plies his trade in the Old Forest has divulged to me an amazing secret. He speaks of ruins within the forest, a location where the living trees seem to congregate in larger numbers. He would not speak much of the place and seems to believe it is cursed, but I did manage to squeeze out of him the appearance of the ruins, submerged in the middle of the Great Lake. There's no longer any doubt in my mind now. They belong to the Shurtal. So I guess that means keep an eye out for a lake and a bunch of living trees where we maybe can get access to another area. I don't know if that's the case or not. We'll wait and then we'll cleave. Because again, remember, if we take a 5-foot step while cleaving, we actually deal considerably more damage. Oh, it charged me. Okay. Sorry, Fox, you had to go down. Oh, what else is going on with me? It's very hot today because it's September, and I guess the temperature just doesn't realize that it's September. Font of Life is very good. We will fight in here. Do we want to step out to cleave? I think we'd rather just bump attack and stuff while under the influence of this healing area. And we'll stay here until we regen. Very hot today because, I don't know, global warming, I guess. Stupid Al Gore had to invent global warming and ruin everything. Just kidding. Global warming is a concern that everyone should have, even if most people don't seem that concerned about it. Usually around my area, when I talk about global warming, people like pretty much reliably every year say, if there's global warming, why is it snowing so much? And then I say things like, well, climate change can affect, both ends of the spectrum, hot and cold weather. For the average person, the most noticeable effect of global warming is an increase in precipitation, such as snow, and, precipitation has gone up like 10% in the last, and then they usually say something like, shut up, nerd, and then I go cry about it, and then never talk about it again. So, yeah, it's just hot today. I don't know. It's September. You would think it would not be hot. Is that pink or is that gray? My eyes aren't working. That's clearly light gloves which do not seriously hinder finger movement. Yeah, that's trash. How do we drop things? Drop. No. Drop the gloves. I have a new mouse and I'm still getting used to the sensitivity. Needed a new mouse. My mouse scroll broke and I desperately need a mouse scroll for editing and things. I'm unable to move. Pinned to the ground. That's okay. I mean, I want you to come closer anyway, so let's go back to auto exploring. Don't want the grays. Anything? Just to the next level, I guess. So, if I remember right, this pattern is usually 2 levels and then a boss. Escorted. Repented thief. Level 3 of the Old Forest. Click. Escort the repented thief to the recall portal on level 3 of Old Forest. Please help me. I am afraid I lost myself in this place. I know there is a recall portal left around here by a friend, but I've fought too many battles and I fear I will not make it. Would you help me? Isn't that the exact same text that we got from the... Oh my god, something's crawling on me. Oh god, I hate that feeling. That was a spider. Anyway, isn't that the exact same text we got when we were escorting the paladin? But last time we got points, and like they offered to open a new trait line to us, so this seems like something we definitely want to do. You'll see he appeared in our little party indicator. I think we can swap order dresses, wait a few turns, or where is the portal? Let's swap positions with him so we can lead, because I don't want him to bump into a boss creature. There's an angry snake, and we're kind of hedged in here. We don't want to have to retreat, because if we have to retreat, we'll swap positions with him and he'll end up being murdered. But we're very exposed here if this has any kind of ranged abilities. Main is a steel dampening Incid. I assume insidious poison. Offhand is steel mana burning. It strikes me as a melee character. Accuracy is high, defense is high. Melee power, or is that magic power? I don't know how to look at this and really determine if this is a mage or a wizard, or mage or a wizard. If it's a mage or melee, it does seem to be closing ground with us. And it went down like a chump, so I'm not really concerned at this point. Glow Viper. I don't know what that is. What item is this? Is that a staff? Where would it say? 3 APR. What does APR mean? Does this have APR? 1 APR. Attacks per round, maybe? I think because this game is connected to Angband at some point, that's probably attacks per round. Multiple attacks per round would be great, but we're a big weapon user, so I don't really think that that's in the cards for us in this game. It is a staff that is held in both hands. I mean, some of that looks interesting, but not really for us. That blind would be nice, the ability to blind things. But I think our weapon is pretty good, so we're not going to worry about that. The Insidious, we're carrying too much. Let's drop that armor that was weighing us down. Okay, let's continue escorting this thief, but not before we read some more. Journal entry, Old Forest, Chapter 3, Disaster. Does my title not tell you enough? Disaster, and again disaster. True enough, these sure tall ruins exist several hundred feet at the bottom of a mighty lake. The Lake of Nur, one of the largest in the Old Forest, has swallowed up the ruins in its murky depths. I'm hardly a strong swimmer, gentle reader, but even if I could swim like a Naga-spawned beast, I could not hope to explore the ruins' sunken expanses before drowning. Fear I must abandon my present expedition. The trees are paying closer attention to me, and I do not believe it is of the pleasant sort. Well, if you were like a decent mage, you would probably have underwater breathing at this point, wouldn't you? I don't know if such things exist in this game. I don't know if we'll ever be underwater in this game. Cleave, murder. I do need to be using my 2 ability more frequently. I'm really not. And again, charge is just going to be for repositioning, I think. And if they try to retreat and are faster than us, we will use that. I guess this is your portal. So go ahead and... No. Well, you didn't break for the portal. So now there are ants everywhere. Okay, Repentant Thief, level 3 complete. Exit this. Thank you, my friend. I do not think I would have survived without you. Let me reward you. +2 to Dex, which is great. That's 2/3 of a level worth of points. Cunning by 1, could not care less. Track talents. Senses foes around you. Okay, so maybe reveals invisible foes and things. Talent, heightened senses. You notice the small things others do not notice, letting you see creatures in a 5 radius, even outside the light radius. This is not telepathy, however, is still limited to line of sight. Increases stealth detection. You gain the ability. The problem with this is I probably would not devote points to skills that were not combat oriented. So like detection seems really valuable, because as we level, I assume we're going to bump into more creatures that are invisible or stealthy. So having this seems like it would be very valuable. And it's passive, so I don't need to like activate it or anything. However, I don't think I would ever put points into it, so I don't know if it's that good. Device mastery allows you to use charms, wands, totems, and torques. That means nothing to me. We're not going to be doing that. So for me, it's between dexterity and heightened senses, and I think what it comes down to is that I can put points in dexterity anytime that I want to, but I cannot learn this talent anytime that I want to. So I think we will take this talent. And then we're going to look at our character screen just to get an idea. Talents, actually level up menu. I don't see that talent. Oh, it's literally just this talent? I mean, it's something. It's something. You know, it basically comes down to, did we want 2 points in an attribute, which we get 3 of at every level, or did we want 1 point in a generic class or whatever, racial, I don't know where these are all derived from, 1 point for one of these. And again, I probably would have never put points in this. So I guess that was a good deal. I feel like these points are more valuable than these points. So I don't think that that was a bad decision. I just don't know if it was the best decision. Now, we have encountered, we're in a tricky spot because one, something over here was hitting us for quite large amounts of damage, which is not great. Poison. That was before the ants, actually. Cave bear, no. After that, cave bear, no. Spit poison. Giant Venus flytrap. So we may have... I mean, that wasn't where we took all the damage. I don't see anywhere that we would have taken. Maybe, you know what? Because I'm using manual movement, maybe I'm not looking at this between fights and we were already low on health. Whatever. Point is, lots of ants and bees, and those are not friendly creatures generally. So we're going to retreat over here. We killed one just by virtue of having a damage shield. And now that we can... The reason we moved is because they were all back here, but they could have slipped around and blocked our escape and, surrounded us, which would have been bad. So I moved over here just to guarantee that we only take them one at a time, which seems a lot safer because I don't think they have ranged abilities. The only ranged ability we've seen came from whatever was over here. So we'll just... Oh, it's on cooldown. We'll just bump attack and stunning blow these until they are dead. We don't want to take that step, so we'll just wait for them to come to us. Oh, there is something in that square. My mistake. And we'll clear them out. There is an awful lot of them. I'm expecting an ant or bee queen of some sort because this seems to be just a lot of enemies. Maybe this is like the, ToME version of a NetHack zoo or whatever. But there's an awful lot of them. Like more ants and bees than we've seen of all the creatures probably in this entire area so far. We're going to go check this out. It was a Venus flytrap. Kill this thing. Not using my cleave ability, not taking advantage of that like I should be. Okay, and it looks like we're mostly clear. We found an amethyst. We have found a couple. Clarifying linen hat. Not really interesting, but it should be a low encumbrance for us to carry around. And we need to use auto move because when we press auto move, is there an automatic rest ability? I'll have to look between episodes. When we use auto move, it automatically restores our health before we proceed, which seems like it's pretty valuable. So I think we want this. Infusion of the Titan. I'm curious if that is better than what we have. Heal of 107. Cleanse 1 wound and 1 poison. Healing infusion of the Titan. 1 wound, 1 poison. Scales with Constitution. What does this one do? Heals for more. Also cleanses 1 wound and poison. And yeah, we want the strength one. I didn't know if this one healed wounds and poisons. So we'll have to remember that. Because currently I've been using this as our only cleanse type ability. And we need to be more aware that we can cure our poison. We're taking fire damage. Where is there a fire imp? Southwest. Let's move out of his vision range and make him come to us. We'll even pop our healing, which will be mostly recovered by the time he gets up here. Are you coming? Okay, you're just hitting me every turn and you can teleport. Kind of unfair, so we'll murder him. I don't often use the... Hello... Skeleton Mage. Given its condition, you're less inclined to think the skeleton knows proper spells, rather than simply discharging its magical energy as it breaks down. This doesn't make it much less dangerous to be around, mind you. Okay, I don't like mages. We're at about half health, so we're just going to chill back here and see if he comes to us. He's not coming to us, and we heal very slowly, so let's pop our healing, and then we will wait around. Why is our 5 on cooldown? Oh, it's only activated when we're near an enemy. You know what? I just noticed that we're a little over time. I've been trying to make these episodes a little shorter, 28 to 30 minutes, and we're at 35 minutes, which is not great. So I'm going to call the episode here. Sorry for a weird cut in a weird spot, but that's what we're doing. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Someone has been downvoting all of my ToME videos. I don't really know why, but it sucks. So, hit that like button if you want to. That's going to do it. I'll be back with more ToME content on the schedule that we talked about earlier in the episode, and I will see you in the next one.